ready because Banter with Richie B Productions is launching an all-new podcast network. 4 shows, 4 hosts, 1 powerhouse of paranormal and cryptid entertainment all week long. Kick off your week on Tuesdays with the one and only Wojo, host of Home of the Boom. He's diving deep into the world of cryptids, Bigfoot, and the mysteries that shake the woods. Interviews, investigations, and the loudest boom in the cryptid community every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then on Wednesdays, prepare to drift into the unknown with Amanda Lombardo, your guide on the Phantom Navigator. From haunted legends to chilling stories from around the globe, Amanda is charting a course straight through the supernatural, plus guests who live to tell the tales. Catch her from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you dare. Fridays get a little darker and a whole lot prettier. Join Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal, where makeup meets the macabre. It's Sam After Dark, spooky storytelling, and her fan favorite segment, Cooking for the Dead. Tune in every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for glam, goosebumps, and all things ghoulish. And every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the flagship show returns. Banter with Richie B Live, featuring Richie B and Wojo. From updates to investigations to wild discussions, this is the core of the network. Raw, real, and always unpredictable. Spend your Saturday evenings with the duo that started it all. 4 nights of content, 4 incredible hosts, cryptids, ghosts, glam, stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. This is the Banter with Richie B Podcast Network.
For all being on here, and remember, we are home of the boom. Let's go.
Well, hello everybody. Thank you for being on here for my inaugural Home of the Boom podcast. I'm your host, the Wojo. Thank you for all being on here. We are worldwide. Thank you to we are part of the Banter with Richie B Podcast Network. And you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Dark Realm TV, where fear lives, HLO Media, and Media Squatch. So thank you all for being on here. So we do have a guest, one of the audience members here, and she will have a big discussion on our investigations. Also, we got some audio, we got some pictures to have some discussion, and of course, my tag team partner, my boy, my sidekick, my co-host, and bring him on in, is Richie B.
Hi, it's me, Richie B. How are you? I'm the new Richie B. I'm a co-host. Yeah. Hi, Wojo. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Well, thanks for being on here, Rich. I appreciate you being my quiet sidekick.
That's enough of that shit. What is up? We are the home of the boom. Let's do this.
Oh, that's right. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
No, thank you.
I'm pumped for you, dude. Let's go. Be the boss.
I thank you very much for really getting the word out, and it's exciting. It's a new start for all of us. You guys got questions? We got the answers now on Tuesday. So whatever we can't fit on Saturday, let's bring it on right now. Let's say hello to the chat room.
Sure, man.
Wow, it's busy.
You want me to scroll from the top?
I don't know, man.
It's nice and busy. I'll tell you what, man. We got Mary Newbird here. What's up, Mary Newbird?
Hey, Mary, thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
We got the Ernest one. What's up, Ernie?
Ernie, great to see you.
Hello, Lois.
Say hi to Lois.
Absolutely, man. I'll try not to double dip on the tags here. Tante
Alda, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Yes. Mike Gray. Look at Mike Gray. Woohoo!
Mikey, it's great to see you, brother.
I like that, man. Big Andy's here. I don't know who he said hi. Oh, he said hi to us last. That typical of our friends.
Yeah,
What's up, Big Andy? Right after I give him a discount.
How you doing, brother?
Bullshit. I always get the shit into the stick. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, who's this? Who's that girl?
There's the cornbread herself. And by the way, I'd like to thank Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal for the videos on here. You can check her out on Sam's digital design.
Just get a hold of Sam if you want something made up, all right?
Exactly. Check her out. Love you, girl. Great job, by the way.
You didn't stop, though. That was the good key right there. You didn't stop. You were just like, yeah, fucking did.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding everybody, Rich. I really appreciate it. I thought I got away with it.
Definitely not.
Sorry.
Bro.
Was I talking?
Definitely not.
Oh, no. I'm acting like Richie. Oh, shoot. Yeah.
There's a stranger that never comes to see me. Say hello.
Hey, Lozy. How you doing? Thank you for being on here.
Carlos.
Say hello to Carmine.
Hey, Carmine. DG.
Hey, GG. Great to see you, girl. Bam.
Yes, check out GG's merch, by the way, and digital design.
Oh, yeah. She's got some kick-ass merch. That's for sure.
Oh, my God. She's insanely talented as well.
Exactly. We got a lot of talented people here. Lori Ladd, thank you for being on here. That's right. Boom.
Yep. I love it. Oh, look at this guy. I know that name.
Oh, Johnny T. Thank you. Bless you too, man.
No doubt, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. And very own, our associate producer, Miss Amanda Lombardo. Yep.
That's right. And Amanda is on the Phantom Navigator on Wednesday nights.
Yep, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, we are in the inaugural kickoff to the Banter Richie B Podcast Network. And you definitely want to check everybody out. We're a fun crew. We have a lot of talent surrounding us, researchers. It's just awesome, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and everybody knows, we're all the same, right? We're a family. We're not just a podcast, Look at this guy.
That's right.
That's right, Jim. All the way from the UK, we have Freddie, a diver in the house. Back to you, Wojo.
Oh, thanks, Ian, from across the pond. Thank you, brother. And no, I will not speak English too, Rich.
Oh, my God. Yeah, because it's your show. You do it on mine.
Why don't you try doing it?
Yeah, no. No, because I always... Dude, every time I do the UK thing, I break out into some Irish shit, and they get pissed off at me. I'm like, you're crabbing him, kicking you, shaking you, shillelagh all about the room. And they're like, kill him.
Ian's like, what was that? Say that again?
Yeah, right. I know. He can't understand our accents.
You wanker. Hey, Susan Ahern from Susan Ahern Paranormal. Thank you for being on here. Oh, this guy's a gift. Denny O. And he'll be our next guest on this Saturday on Banter with Richie B Podcast on Saturdays at 6 p.m.
Absolutely. Yep. And that's it. We run the promo, everybody, because they're saying Sam's show too. Friday night, Sam's Pretty Paranormal Podcast. That's why I kind of run the promo. We'll talk about it throughout the show, but the promo is the key. It's all in there. It kind of leaves it all right there. So, and then we got a legend in the house. I don't know if you were aware of that.
Oh, Pony Boy himself, Mr. Tim Vogel from the Cobble Mountain Critter Project. Thank you for being on here, Tim. Yeah, where's your other half?
Yeah, if Eric shows up, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not having any more shows ever again.
No, keep Eric where he is. I need Rich.
Yeah, I'm out. Mooncat.
Hey, Mooncat. Thank you for being on here. Appreciate it.
Always good to see Mooncat. He's
Yeah.
that dude. He knows more than he lets out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said some things the other day on the live stream, and I was like, okay, he's tuned in. He gets it. You know what I mean? Someone said hi to Cheryl. Where's Cheryl? Did I miss you? Oh, right here. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl with courage. Welcome to Banter with Richie B and the home of the boom, the Wojo podcast.
Well, it's a lot of courage right there. We always welcome you and everybody else. Thank you for being on here.
Yeah,
great to be a part of the family.
Yeah, you gotta have courage to show up here. Right? Oh, there we go. ZHS is in the house.
The Big Z. Houston, Texas on sites, guys.
Elder's already picking on me. I'm in co-host voice right now. Honestly, that lasted like 5 seconds. It went off once, and then I'm good now.
But I gave him permission.
Right.
Thank you, D-Hoo.
1 second. Let's see what else we got. Oh, thank you, Susan. Appreciate that. It's very nice. Very nice. Wojo's
thank you so much.
Yep, absolutely, man. It all helps, man. Everybody's working. I love it. I think that's it. Oh, Lisa Rose here. My sister Lisa Rose doesn't come on my show, but she's coming to see the Wojo. Love you, sis. Thanks.
That's because she's like, Wojo says boom, I gotta say hello to him.
Wojo! She's like,
Wojo!
She says, hey, Wojo. I love you, girl. Thanks for stopping by. We're building something around here, no doubt about it. Let's see. All right. I think we got nope. Wouldn't miss it for the world, mate, even though it's 12 a.m. It is 12 a.m. over there, and Ian needs his sleep. He gets grumpy without his sleep, I heard. Not me. I just get happier. Allow Mr. Boom, a.k.a. Mr. Wiseman. It's early morning in Australia. What does that mean?
Oh, Benno's. Someone's looking for Benno.
Yeah.
Benno's doing good.
Yeah, Benno was good. Benno was safe. And he made a comment on our live yesterday on the replay. So thank God for that. Love you, bro. Gene Tewksbury.
Hey, Gene. Great to see you on here.
Yep. And Jim. Lisa Rose has got Jim with her. Her husband, Jim, my brother. Love you, dude.
Thanks for being on here, guys. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Brian Moses. Who's that?
What's up, B?
How you been, dude? Good to see you, man.
See you on here, Bri. Thank you.
Good to see you. All right, let's see. I know I'm scrolling. I'm working over here, boss. I'm sorry, man. Stop texting me those angry texts.
I know.
I think that's everybody, dude. I think we did it. We got through everybody, man. That's a lot of activity. Nice job, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
That's what the community is all about, guys. Really appreciate it. And someone else just popped in.
Oh, it's Benno. Benno!
The man, the myth, the legend. Benno! You get the boom, baby.
That's the picture he sent us.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're safe, brother. Really appreciate it.
Ohio's here.
Hey, Tim. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for being on here. Well, thank you all for being on here, and welcome to the show. We do have a special guest, and I know everyone wants to know who this special guest is from our audience. And
beautiful. She
loves long walks on the beach, pillow fights, botanical oils, you name it. And, let's bring her up, Rich.
All right. I can't even look at her. She's so beautiful.
You ain't talking about me, are you?
Everyone, I want you to meet the one and only Kurt W.
That's right.
Hey, what's up, Rich? What's up, Woods? What's up, everybody?
What's up, brother? Thank you for being on here.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's probably going, who's this mystery guest? You know, everyone's like, is it he or she? But
looking for somebody better looking than me.
Yeah. What was that, Rich?
I said, tough crowd.
Yeah, I know. I know. So, Kurt, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, grew up, stayed my whole life here in Pennsylvania. Haven't had really too many encounters of myself, but always been outside, always been in the woods, hunting, fishing, riding dirt bikes. I really don't go into the city too much, so just being out here, there's a lot of strange everything that goes on. You know what I mean? And just ever since from whenever I was little, I never been one of those people that was like, no, that there's nothing out there I can't be, or believe that maybe there's something out there, maybe no one found it yet. You know what I mean? Like there's so much out there
Right.
that you don't know. But yeah, I really don't do a whole lot. I just go to work and mind my business and get on here and see what you guys are up to, usually out in the woods.
So, well, thank you. Appreciate for you to being part of our our group here. And how do you end up finding us? On Banter with Richie B here, and how did you like think of Bigfoot group here? I think I want to check it out. Or you always been intrigued by Bigfoot, or?
Mostly I've always been intrigued with more like the aliens and the ET kind of. But as you follow the trail, you everyone usually gets to the point where they're all going to converge, or at least some aspects of one's going to bleed over into the other, and then you know what I mean. One's going to have to meet up eventually. But as for Bigfoot and where did I meet you guys first? I think it was on Sean Kelly's show. I think you and Rich was on there, and you guys seem like nice guys. I figured that I was interested in Bigfoot. Never really dove headfirst into that kind of topic, but I was like, I'll get on there and I'll see what these guys are about. And man, I'm telling you what, it's no lie, it's a journey, man. It's definitely a journey. You guys, I thank you guys for doing everything you guys do to get our eyes out in the woods too, because you guys' area is definitely fascinating. Definitely fascinating.
We appreciate it, Rich. He called us good guys.
He was talking about you, dude. He meant good guy.
Oh.
we all
he likes the good guy, not the bad guy.
We all know I'm the bad guy. That's fine. It's okay. As long as I find Bigfoot and get kick-ass evidence better than anybody else in the freaking world. It's all about the research, right?
That's it.
Yeah. No, Kurt, good to see you, man. I got a question for you. If I may, Mr. Host, could I ask him a question?
Oh, feel free.
What are you wearing? No, just kidding. That's my first big question ever on the Home of the Boom podcast.
He asked me by that. He goes, do I wear pants on or off? I'm like, well, that's for you to decide.
Yeah, well, he should know better. All right. I'm not even talking to him now. No, what when you're out there, when you're watching us and you're seeing the stuff that we kind of bring in and we share a lot. You're in the Banter with Richie B live messenger, right? So you get to see kind of exclusive stuff before anybody else does, or before it turns into a post on YouTube. You guys get to kind of examine it first, right? Do you have anywhere else you can kind of go and have that type of dialogue? Do other people do that? Like, have you had that before where you get into a messenger and we can respectfully debate or discuss or try to decipher these types of pieces of evidence?
In my honest opinion, no. You guys are the only ones that I've ever, you guys reached out and said, hey, that you seem like you're interested and you seem like you have good ideas and good questions. How about we'll bring it in here and we'll talk a little bit, not away from everybody, but just kick ideas around. You know what I mean? There's not too many people that you can trust to kick ideas around with, and that's the. But no, I've never seen a group like that before. Never even came across one. No one offered it or anything like that.
Yeah, can I just get a follow up on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel that it's beneficial to the research itself? Like, this way of researching, bringing people in like yourself, that's critically mind. You got a critical mind. You're open to a lot of things, but you're not yelling Bigfoot, alien. You know what I mean? Like, you're not that guy. Oh, that's definitely. You know what I mean? You're not that. Do you feel
that's the people that you really. I mean, not saying they're bad people, but if they're just stuck on one thing, then you're not going to get them off of it. So, but yeah, it is beneficial because, no one really in the group is like, you're right or you're wrong. It's kind of like, I can kind of see that and, oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a good idea. And the good thing about the group is that there are people actually in there. Everyone in there is actually researching. Like we are trying to find the answers, you know what I mean? Or at least provide something beneficial for you guys to at least try,
Yeah. No, I love that. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So Kurt, like when we're out in the woods, what comes to mind? Like when we start showing like, what intrigues you the most when we come into the woods as of like evidence wise and things like that, because obviously there's prints and tree structures, but what strikes you the most that really like, pulls you in to like say, what is that? What's going on? Things like that.
There's a lot of different things. One of my main things I like to see is just how they can maneuver and manipulate the trees, the structures, what they build, how they get it to stay, how they think, you know what I mean? Like, what's their idea of like enclosures and stuff like that, or defenses or traps. I do like structures a lot because there's not really anything out there that's going to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? There's not really too much out there.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You can finish.
I was just going to say, like, how you guys treat the area and treat it with respect. You do it right. That's another big part that I'm interested in to see. Like, oh, we'll try something new, and then the next time you guys are going out, I'm like, oh, I'm really interested to see what the hell happened to that chair. You know what I mean? Just
yeah,
it's really neat. It's really neat.
Right now we're in a drowning point with all that water and that's frozen over, and but with the golf balls and everything. But the golf balls that we started like months ago, to me it was like a real kickstart of the gifting chair. And I know that finding like some like maybe like fingerprints, things like that, like when they take a swirl off the peanut butter and stuff like that, and on the wrappers and where they place it, and to see a peanut butter drop perfectly clean and grape jelly, that it's a bottleneck, and it's like perfectly clean, which is fascinating. But when you look at so I started with the golf balls, and I just obviously had Richie's name and my name, two different colors, and they seem to respond to that, which is cool. Is that they know that Richie would have the phone and lead us out into the woods and talk to you guys and what have you, and obviously I'm the food and stuff. But the thing is that they're communicating through glyphs and moving the balls and having like Ella with the rock, they flip it over and things like that. I mean, what do you think of like that type of communication? Do you see like other people, try to on other shows that you said that you looked into? Did they do like similar research?
Not really too much, no. And it is fascinating with just little subtle details like a rock or a golf ball, or like maybe that's what they're looking for to pick up, because everyone's going to be looking for something out of place. You know what I mean? But just no, I don't see that anywhere else either, or at least people actually going into deep. There's probably people out there just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, not doing, like actual thinking about it. But no, I haven't seen it.
But that's the cool part about it is you guys. Like we have our own discussions, like off the air and on the phones, away from everybody as friends, and then we turn into fellow researchers, and we're like, okay, why do we do this? How about we do that? They countered with this, they being which we believe it to be Bigfoot and Satunga, Sasquatch, if you will, and we try to counter off of them, but we'll bring it to you guys too, and we'll listen. Like you guys say a lot of stuff on the side that's really, really smart. And I try to keep up with it when I'm in the woods, but obviously it's hard. I'm trying to traverse through terrain and I get overly excited and all that.
Right.
But you guys really add that element where somebody said, hey, try this or hey, try that. And that's and we go and we try it. And it's like, okay, that works. Someone said build a structure. Someone said something about peanut butter. You know what I mean? Someone said something about jelly, whatever it was. And it turns into a conversation between Wojo and I. And it's amazing what you guys add to everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. You in particular, because again, critical thinkers are huge. So when we see critical thinkers, we're like, hey, we should get them in the messenger. I want to pick their brain.
And it's even good too, because I've seen a couple times, while you guys were even out there on the fly, you know what I mean? What's this name? Or give us an idea. Let's try to use it right now. And you get results from it, or at least a response,
Yep, 0.01.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, so our guest is Kurt W., who's part of the audience, and he is a great critical thinker. If anybody has any questions for Kurt, if you can, to help out my boy Richie, can you just put it in caps, and that there we can answer some questions. I know D, you had a question. Did you all leave anything at the chair the last time? Yes, I had an apple. 2 zingers and a granola bar, a honey oats granola bar.
Are we talking about your lunch or what you left Bigfoot?
Left Bigfoot, yeah.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I got confused.
And a ham sandwich. No,
ham bone.
Yeah. So
that question.
So. Actually, you know what, Kurt? Let's go back. Going back to the bones at the old gifting spot. We both walked in there and we saw. I immediately could see the tree hunter stand and whatever, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. And where it was placed, what do you say, Rich? About 40 yards. 40 yards away, like on a straight shot to where the gifting chair used to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, yeah. I'd say about 40. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. And the minute we walked in, we're like compromised. That was the word, and we were
right.
And as we knew something was wrong, the food knocked down and no one took anything, except for the zingers, of course, probably the easiest thing. So we found the bones up in the tree. What did you think about the bones in the tree and that whole scenario of communication?
I think you guys were spot on what you did. As soon as they didn't like that hunting chair just as much as you guys did. You know what I mean? They were, we need to move. We need to get out of that area is what I got. And they knew that since they were communicating with you, they knew that you would recognize that. And then they knew you guys would find your path and figure out another place to put it. And you did. And they're back. So, you know what I mean? The results are back. But I think that those bones up there, well, like I said, as a sign of the area is no longer good. But I don't know where they would get them, and when you put them back up there, where they went. That's crazy.
Yeah.
the where
Thank
they
you,
went.
Griff, for being on here. Rich, you want to answer this question?
Anyone hang out about 1,000 yards into public land just off farmland? No, not necessarily. I've never have, but I will say to that question there, Griff. And again, thank you for being here. This area is surrounded by a lot of different farms. It's a right to farm area. There's all kinds of different things going on, agricultural, animals. I mean, you know, this area is so plentiful in resource. So yeah, it's like one big piece of farmland. Technically, if you probably saw it from a helicopter, you would consider it all kind of, you know, connected in a way. You know what I mean? But there's no grazing farm animals within 1,000. What'd you say, yards? Yeah, nothing like that. But there are farms around the area, is my point. So, but I do kind of get your point and what you're trying to make there. So, it's definitely a factor. You know what I mean? Thank you, Griff.
Yeah, I mean, because Rich, you live close by, you know, the area compared to me, and you also did a presentation at the town hall around towns and stuff. Has anybody like ever approached you and talk about anything about farmlands, like, you know, I don't know, livestock, crops, etc.?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you asked me that question, because we've had the discussion about this, my first presentation in Hanson, but there was some inside details that you actually don't know. And there was a woman who came up to me after my very first presentation at the Hanson Historical Society, actually, with someone else, another researcher I used to research with. And I was doing the presentation, and she came to me and says, "What do I do about this?" And I said, whoa, what's that? What's that? She says, "I own a farm and I have she has a bunch of acres, and she has to go way out to this particular, I guess, paddock or whatever it is. And she has like pigs and goats out that far. And she says there was something out there in the area, and like she could hear them in the woods, really big. And then some of her livestock, the little ones, disappeared, and she found prints and all this stuff, but she didn't know who to bring it to. Like, what do we do about it? You know? So I gave her my number, and she gave me hers. I had called her one time, and she must've got cold feet, but she didn't get back. But yeah. And that's not far from where we are. You know what I mean? That's, you know, technically, you know, in the eye of a Bigfoot, that's not far. Again, I don't believe they're migrational. I believe they just roam the same areas, and they get them down pat, and they know every nook and cranny. They know every tree. They know every root. They know every branch, and they can get in and out of places like no problem. You know what I mean? So right. Just to traverse a street or go over a river or go behind a building where there's a dumpster isn't unimaginable, and I think is very possible. So yeah, I have had a report one time about that.
You know, the only story I know about any crops taken was at the Cobble Mountain Critter Fest that me and Richie were speakers at out in Western Mass, out in Russell. This couple, we had a table set up for our evidence, the casts, the peanut butter, the zingers, and what have you. And Richie was doing the podcasting, and he just finished up. And when I was talking to these two people, well, first of all, they said that they have a small little farm out like in West Springfield or something. They have like an orchard, apples, and they've been taking some of the apples there, and you know, it costs some money and whatever, but it's all from the top of the trees. And what was interesting is cool. That you know, they said they heard like voices out there. I go, really? I go, what kind of voices? They go, well, we can't explain it. So I said, well, you know, me and Richie have recordings of them going, oh, blah, blah. And then like the woman just like flinched back, and she just turned to her husband, and he just stood there stoic. He's just like with a cigarette like this. And she goes, honey, that's what we hear. That's what we hear.
I'm saying, that's a cold sign.
Well, I kind of like, I kind of like did this. I looked at Richie. Now Richie's already looking like he just zoomed in on me, and I'm like, are you listening to this? So then I grab my phone. I go, wait a minute. You're telling me you heard that exact Sierra sounds? So I grabbed my phone and I played it, and she's just like, oh my god! And the guy goes, because I could tell he doesn't like to talk too much, but he did enough where he's like, we hear this every single night.
Wow.
I'm like, you're telling me you hear blah blah? He goes, yep. And I find that fascinating. And again, it's that form of communication, and I guess it's been going on for quite a while. But it was cool that to have that confirmation on hearing that, because that's we don't know what we're saying, but we're just doing it out in the woods, and we have gotten responses of the taps. I also got zapped. I felt it started with my right ear. It was ringing. My chest started tightening up. I was kind of like feeling like I was gonna get sick. And Richie's like, "What's the matter?" I go, "Dude," "I'm not feeling good." And then he goes, "Grab a tree, stop meditating." And I did. And I remember was telling them, we're just, we're here, we're your friend, and we just want to know who you are and all that, and it just disappeared like that.
Wow.
And he's like, and so all of a sudden he turns around, "You good?" "Yep." And then all of a sudden Richie goes, "Ha!" And I go, "Blah blah." And all of a sudden, to like 1 o'clock, you hear bang bang, and then to our left, like 2 soft knocks, because we could hear the movement on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, like that type of form of communication we do out in the woods. You probably hear us like on the lives, making these sounds, but you're hearing the movement, you're hearing the shuffling, that they are interested of who we are, and they're very curious,
Yeah, very curious.
So I just, we believe that, again, form of communication, and, just having kind of like that neighborly, like, build up, so on and so forth. So, and that's what's important. And that shares along, that goes along with the communication at the gifting chair. So now, here we are now of, poor Richie's getting kicked off his phone all the time, and they're there, which is he's losing his mind. I go, I understand, but just remember, at least we know it's them, so it's a good thing,
Right.
Yeah, So so going back to the trees and everything, we got some pictures that we'll show you.
I got some pictures we can pop up and check out. ZHS, yes, we've had bad smells, mostly urine, like a really stale urine. Really stale, like really, oh dude, really bad. We've had some kind of sweaty, swampy smell. And one time I smelled shit.
That's right. Yeah. That was awful.
I was like,
remember,
a massive.
Richie's in front of me. I go, "Is that you?" He goes, "No." He goes, it was awful. It was shit.
Oh God, Sorry. It was awful. Yeah. So we do have some pictures. You want me to bring them up, boss man? Yeah. Is that a yeah?
I'd say it's yes. Yes,
no,
Rich.
Kurt, you want me to bring them up, Kurt? Kurt, you want me to bring them up?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, bud.
I'm Kurt's co-host now.
All right, Kurt W. in the house, in the hizzy.
Yeah, and I just want to touch on if I may, on what Mooncat says. I'd say it's easy to assume factually that Bigfoots and star beings at least can travel together, of course. Oh, let's say we can almost prove that. Isn't that wild? That's freaking wild. And orbs could possibly be defined. Yep. Nope. Very astute, man. Hello, Robin Smith. I didn't see you slip in there. I did type it in there to say hello to you, Robin. Good to see you,
I'd say
Tante.
Robin. Thank you for being
right.
on here.
Yeah. All right. So I'll get to the pictures for you, sir. Right away. Hurry up, Richard. Co-host B word. All right. Let's see.
B for bring it up. Yeah.
Well, why don't we hit them with the trees first and then slap them with the you know what?
Yep. D Hood, I did see a question, but we're working our way through it.
Hello.
That's
Here
cool.
we go. Doesn't it look like I'm flexing right now with my blue arm?
Yeah, it does.
Kids, oh, sorry, you guys still here?
Kurt, now, I mean, all right. So we talk about structures and everything, okay? And what's amazing is like look at those two big trees. They had, I think I measured like about 15 inches in diameter. Okay?
Wow.
If they're whirlywinds, why is not the rest of the woods like that?
Exactly.
Correct.
Well, that too. And how did they just get stood up like that? I'm sure
right.
there's little ones that it's on. It would have knocked you right to the ground with it.
Yeah, and that picture right there is so defining with what we deal with. Look at all the trees that are perfectly normal, straight up. Look at them all. They are absolutely this what we feel is I don't even want to call it a structure. I think it's an area of deer trap and training and all that stuff. Like the magic whirlwind came in and picked out these trees. And the magic whirlwind went in like 30 different directions. It didn't just come in and swoop one way 1 month, and then 2 months later another storm came and swooped the other way. Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you could just take that whole middle part out and just look all around it, it's like they're perfectly straight the whole way around it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And the amazing part is what's holding up these trees.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about little knots that are not even broken,
right?
And that's
right.
why I always use the physics part of distance and velocity. Like even with your arm, if your arm just comes straight up and you just drop it, all that weight's going to snap those branches.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
yeah, I've seen enough trees fall. There ain't if nothing's going to stop them, they're going to go.
Elder, yes, I can see your comment. And John Temprine, if I may, I just saw that you followed me on my Banter with Richie B Facebook page. If you want to go into that messenger, just shoot me a regular message like Facebook Messenger, and you can send some pictures there, and we can chat back and forth about them. And they'll always remain yours and won't be shown or anything unless you say so or you want that. So just so you know, okay? Thank you very much for contributing. Yes, we see you, Elder. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Let's go. Yeah, you're right. It's just a wild image. This image is just crazy. And it's having it on the screen this way as opposed to the other ways we've done it. Oh, damn you, Richard. It just makes it so much crazier because of the size,
Right, kind of like landscape style.
Size matters.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see. Let me move that one. So this one's up and down. Now, remember this one, Woj?
Yep.
With Andy, right?
Yeah, look, that is like a thick branch that broken off like about 7 feet away. I think that's what we had a rough estimate from behind the picture, and it just perfectly landed in that Y. The end of this branch is like a Y, but yet, Kurt, what's amazing is that there's no like scuff marks or anything. It's just wedged right in. It's second to none. Like, how does it stand?
Yeah, and if it would have fell in between there, you would have been. It would have been like a ping pong ball going the whole way down to the bottom. You'd see it scratched off each side the whole way down. There ain't no way it's gonna go. It's like the perfect width of it too. It ain't just gonna fall down into that.
Oh, exactly, exactly.
And it came down into small branches, like the size of your fingers. Right. And then a tree maybe 2 inches around, and you could see it's wedged up top in the Y. Right now, people say, oh, that's wedged up in the Y. Well, if this thing here, we don't have the other picture, but it was like 20 feet from where it broke off of, right? Supposedly broke off
Mhm.
of, say. That thing's got to come down. I don't think it would have reached it to wedge itself, to be honest with you. The distance between was way too much, and the tree was too short. But anyways, just say it did. Even if it does and it catches, that momentum and force is so violent and heavy with momentum. There's no way that little tree is going to last. That thing's going to jack down, slap that tree, and pop right out of that wedge and land. That's to me is a natural fall. This right here isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no way you can look at that and say that looks natural.
I'm as zoomed in as I can go, sir. Like in the brush to the left. There's something to the left. There very well could be. We were very busy that day on our live events, but definitely make sure you point that out in the lives, right? That's as zoomed in as I can get on this one. I might be able. No, it won't let me maximize. It's one or the other. So I apologize. But no.
But also too, Rich. But also too, like in this picture, maybe like 20. Maybe like 15, 20 feet away to the left was those 6 branches that were wedged in between 2 trees, perfectly like aligned, that were like about 20 feet up in the air that's nearby. So what I'm saying is you find that a coincidence that you find at the end of these branches, Kurt, is that they pulled it out from the tree, like from its socket, and they placed it up on top there. And this structure right here was just nearby. You know, if I didn't see those branches like perfectly straight across, then you just like, that just maybe fell down. We don't know. But it's hard. But again, something that thick and the weight in the bottom of that. I mean, that should have snapped the top part of that tree. Or pop it up from that Y, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It would have went right through it.
100%.
You almost have a harder time trying to convince me that was a natural fall.
Well, yeah, and like we always talk about that percentage thing, right? You start with weather and you work your way backwards. Don't start with Bigfoot and work your way to weather. Start with weather. You know, it keeps your mind rational and balanced, and you just come down. All right, it's 100% weather. Okay, well, how to do that? 90% weather. Okay, how to do that? Okay, we're around 70. You know what I mean? You start working your way backwards. I find it to be more accurate for me, and it keeps me grounded. And kind, a little bit calm. I'm not very calm, just so you know. Sasquatch.
Well, yeah,
what's up, MS? Sorry.
That's how you knock out, what's possibility and what's not. That's the only way to do it is look at percentages, and doesn't get you going away with something that's a runaway just hoax. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. It's wild, man. This one here, we got these branches are actually stacked in and wedged up. I think there's 5 or 6 of them. We might have another view of it. I don't know if I saw one in there though. I got to be honest.
Yeah, well, Richie's doing that. Hey, CP, great to see you on here. I'd like to say hello to Kerry Lynn Shellhorn, who just popped in, and if you can like and subscribe to her Spirit Switchboard on Friday nights. Thank you for being on here. Oh, that's the teepee behind Richie's house. That was pretty cool.
This is awesome, ain't it?
It really is. I mean, it's
how far is that up in the tree where it crosses?
About 15, I'd say, right? Will?
Yeah, about 15 feet. Yeah,
I'd say 15.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it's like perfectly locked in too, Kurt. That's the amazing part, because that big tree itself, there's no gouges, there's no nothing. I mean, it's perfectly placed in there.
And the order is wild.
Excuse me.
The order that they came down in, it's a little more difficult to explain without a close-up. I get a few close-ups. Maybe we'll follow up on Saturday with it with Denny O. What's up, Denny O? And maybe we'll get those close-ups, because I know he loves to talk Bigfoot and stuff. And he's going to tell his story about how we met. It's absolutely amazing. Blew my mind, and I got goosebumps. Look at it's divine intervention. It's just amazing. Anyway, so this right here, I think the order of it tells the tale. And we can explain it further with more of a close-up on how they landed. You'll look at how they landed, and you're going to go, yeah, no, that's not happening. It's wild, man. It's wild. No, the wind didn't do that one. And I always use the example that I work with ladders all the time because I own a power washing company. So sometimes the ladders are leaning on, say it's leaning on a roof, and I climb up to do a sidewall. I got to move that ladder. And for me, I'm not exactly 7 feet tall, but if there's a smaller structure and I'm going up against a cheek wall and I have to lift it and get away from that wall a little bit or bring it off that wall, sometimes I have to get my ladder, my smaller ladder, my 6 foot, and climb up that in order to slide it down to my other hand. Cause it's just too strong on that side because you have so much there. So you would have to make that easy. Say it's a human. To make these easy, you must be at least 8 to 9 feet tall with
say. Once you try to pick that up, man, there's a lot of weight on the other end. There ain't no way.
Nope.
But also too, to follow up on that, is that who's going to go out there in a ladder? First of all, you would have to walk. Yeah, you have to walk like probably about close to like 400 football fields. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
Homie builds it and he's like, can't see me.
But only that. I mean, like what would be the reason, and for whom? Like, who's gonna walk by and see that?
Nobody.
Not too many people.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. At least build like a tree house or something. What the hell? Are you just putting an X up for and leaving it there?
It's
right.
actually 3 pieces. Look at this. Now think of this. These two that you're on this side right now, they're about 20 to 30 feet away from each other, their trunks. Okay. So the magic whirlwind picked these little skinny sticks, which I don't even know if they were even I don't think one of them wasn't even on a stump. So you tell me how they knocked it down from 30 feet apart and the whirlywinds went whoop right to the same spot. Nah, not happening, dude. And that's why you start with the wind and work your way back. This one was a no-brainer, really easy. I got about 3 feet down the top of the trees, and I was already no, it's not happening. I didn't even bother looking at the bottom. I mean, I knew the bottoms were there, but when I'm visually, for me, my technique is to look up and then work my way to the ground. I didn't even make it even 5 feet down that stick before I was like,
well, then too, and you use actual experience and things that you do every day. Like I pick up a ladder, and you look at the size of that, and you're like, there ain't no damn way.
No way.
You know what I mean? So then you're thinking that also helps. It if the winds are going to do that, then why don't the winds help me move my ladder?
Well, who else makes teepees like this? The indigenous people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and again, it goes back centuries that they've been making tree structures, and teepees, so we believe that the Bigfoots, fall along Native American, their heritage, and again, what they do out in these woods to manipulate them is second to none. It's just beautiful, and but to do something like this, who else is going to be doing that?
No,
exactly.
And Robin brings up the same thing. You could look at it the other way too. Clearly it looks like something the start of our indigenous native people would do. Absolutely. But also, is it a triangle of sorts? Is it that mix where people talk about the woo? Is it that mix where you talk about the aliens mixed in with Bigfoots and the orbs, kind of like what was brought up earlier? Territory marker, MS says, you know what I mean? Yeah, it could be all kinds of different things like that. So, these are definitely great subjects to have and to kind of practice respectfully debating, because there's people that'll look at this and tell you the wind did it and that you're an idiot. And unfortunately, that's where the conversation ends. And the biggest things that were ever created on this earth were through discussion. 100%. Mm-hmm. You, me, we were created through discussion, whether you like it or not. That's how that works, right?
Where would you get without it? If no one talked, if everyone just stayed to themselves, you wouldn't get anywhere.
Right. And as soon as you're rude to me, I don't want to talk to you no more. So conversation ends,
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's an amazing structure, and we really should go back maybe this weekend and look at it and see if anything else has happened to it. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it. And every time I see something out back, I'm like, see, I'm not crazy. I always want to feel like saying, see, I'm not crazy. Because I thought I was crazy for so long, I believed it. I'm talking myself off the crazy cliff. It's
Believing your own crazy.
Oh, dude, it's wild, man. Pyramids create energy. Same along the same lines, right, Lori? Great point. I've seen where people build them over gardens to have better crops. Look at that.
Well,
conversation.
See, that's why we love the critical thinking.
I'm getting reprimanded. Richie, I mentioned it pretty early in the investigation, not after dark. So,
actually, D-Hoot, Richie was well aware.
I didn't know which one you were talking about.
I think before we went on the live, we were setting up. You did mention about the triangle.
Yep.
But
I didn't know which one. You said it was the one way over there, but I thought Susan said it was right inside the pathway as we went in. And there was kind of one on the ground there, and then there's one kind of standing up. But if I'm going to stand in it, then it would probably have to be on the ground, or the one you're talking about where it's in the tree and you just go there. You know what I mean? So,
but you know what though, Rich? The more I'm thinking about it, because I never really noticed that at the entrance, and it is pointing towards the college.
Yeah. Yep. It is, and everything seems to point that way. That's how we got to where we are. So it's pretty. It's a pretty. They're all pretty wild places, man. That's as zoomed in as I get. Unfortunately, CP. If I zoom in anymore, I'll be able to see it, but you won't. But definitely, this is very easy for us to get to because it's basically in my backyard. So watch for a live event coming up on the weekend. Hit that notify button on the YouTube channel, and it will let you know when we're going live, because we are going to go back and check this out and check the area out. I think I know what you're getting at, though, and it's that black thing straight behind it. We walked that path, so that I don't think there it's so open, it would be hard to miss. But great observation, and thank you for contributing. It's very important that we do that. Let's see, Mr. I'm going to another one, and here there's a question. There's a comment here. If you want to read it, Kurt. Why don't you have Kurt read it?
Yeah, go ahead, Kurt. This is like your show.
Kurt.
I do fire sprinkler pipe installs. We have known to make a wedge cut out of 2/4 and use it to hold a pipe. Still don't explain stuff like we find.
I get his point. Yeah. I get his point. It makes like we're engineering things to do things. We're engineering things to do things like that. Obviously, we're probably not the ones doing it. You know what I mean? Which picture am I on? Is that the TP? No, that's not the TP. This is more of that chaos in the woods. It's just
I had to take this picture of Richie, because Richie's like looking like, this is incredible. So I had to take that.
I've been there 100 times.
I know. And we're still like blown away to what's going on. And
and that's what I was saying too. If that was all in the middle of summer, all full, all green, you wouldn't be able to see almost any of that. You would just see like the little end sticking out. So for them to go in there and do that while everything is still full and know what they're doing and how to set it and everything, it's just there's nobody going and doing that.
Yeah, and I think for me, like I said it the other day, sometimes it light on a marble head, even though many times you've been in the woods. For me, it was like when I was traversing through there, it was literally like, and again, I don't want to bring up any kind of negativity, or I don't mean any harm or anything like that by saying this, because people have lived through traumatic things like this, but it reminded me of a building collapse. Like it's just like that. There's just stuff everywhere with no rhyme or reason to
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
You're going up, you're going under, you're going over. It's absolutely, somebody that's a rescuer or something like that, you would think that that's the type of movements they would have to make. It's just that crazy in there. It's nuts. And you never know what you're stepping on. Is it steady? Is it square? Is it, you know what I mean? You're going to break an ankle. That's what it's like in there.
Yeah, I mean, but again, you can't explain how the weaving and everything, and D-Hoot, it looks like a giant trap, and how would Prey get through that? when we went through the woods yesterday on the other side of the college, where the picket fence is. It's like a box. And what's cool was that I remember pointing you out, Rich, the deer, we followed the deer steps, where they were in between, and it seems like they were just standing around, like kind of confused on where to go after, you remember when I said that? I go, hey, look, follow this deer trail, and the picket fence was right there, and it's like it instead of like a straight line, it had to stop, go to the right, and just kind of like hop over, but it slows
I was
them
thinking the
down.
same exact thing. That was right in my head too, because if there's plenty of deer around my house, and they always follow the same trail in, the same trail out, and no matter which way you come at that, it's going to look different. You know what I mean? You're going to come at it from a different angle. You're going to be like, oh shit, like I'm not used to this, but and by that time you're going to have to stop.
Yeah.
Right.
And for me, the cool thing is I learned that theory through critical thinking of my own before I knew anybody here except Wojo, of course. But I didn't have any. I was out researching on my game trail, and I wouldn't go far into the woods. I'd go to the game trail where the opening was, where the tree broke and all that stuff that, a lot of people know that history. But I would go to that because I would have fear in my body. And one time I walked up and there was all this crazy breaking over towards the X, right, Woj? And there was like these trees were pushed down, but there was an opening where I could just walk in and stand on the side of my game trail. And it had never been there, but there was a tree down and stackings and stuff. And I went, oh my God. I sat there for it was about 15 minutes, and then boom, it hit me. I said, he's altering the game trail. And not only is he altering the game trail to try to throw the deer off, he's got an ambush hut on the side of whatever's left of the game trail. So when that deer stopped
ahead, you
couldn't see behind him or the sides. He would be right here, and then it would be too late for you because he knew that deer would walk sideways down that trail, not straight at him. You know what I mean? CP, thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you for contributing with your questions. That's what we encourage everybody. This is interactive and your episodes too, right? But yeah, that's when I came up and I was thinking, oh my God, that's like a trickery where he's just like, and then he just forearm across the kneecaps, snaps that deer, throws it over because there's no blood, nothing, throws it over his shoulder and brings it back home. There's nothing that deer can do. It's over.
But what was cool on my very first investigation was before we started doing lives. It was we went out to Central Mass, northern Central Mass. My first investigation with Richie, and the one thing I've noticed was I was with there was brother and sister, and I was with Walter, and I noticed that the 90-degree angles, and I could see the twist, the torque, and I had the radio with Richie, and Richie says, I have one right over here, and I see Richie's like about 30 yards. And as we continued to walk, I could see one after another in the same direction. So it was like a bottleneck. And I remember telling Richie, now Richie didn't tell me like what he believed or anything. I was just thinking as a hunter. And I noticed that by the way, we're walking into like a highway of deer trails. I've never seen a highway like this in my life. And as it, proceeded to the power lines, I've noticed to my left, you got these like, high, thick pines, but the big boulders. And I looked at the boulders and I'm like, man, I can hide behind those rocks and just like jump out and like tackle one of them, And to the right of me was pines, but it was like these like hills and other big rocks where you can just duck and just like jump right out. So again, it's like an entrapment, and that's how I started to understand like of what I'm seeing. I didn't say like, oh, Bigfoot. I just said that something's doing something to corral the deer, in a strange way.
Yep. And I think it was Robin. I don't know where it went. she brought it up about keeping humans out, because it's Bigfoot's hunting area.
Oh, I got you,
Well,
Rich.
I was going to say too that just because Bigfoot and all, they're not the only predators out there. Just because a man's looking for something that's out there, there's more than one predator. Like look at bears, you don't hardly ever see them too often either, because they're close to the top of. They need to stay hidden. They're smarter than everything else.
Yep. Exactly.
But also too, Kurt, is that but for humans, I mean, we do destroy the world too. I mean, like again,
that's what we're good at.
That's all we're good at, is to destroy things. But again, now you have hunters, okay, where by the college, there was a tree stand, and this part of the land was like, it was just like so easy to walk through. When the ferns are up, I mean, it's like a clear like walk. You're not tripping over anything. But once we saw that deer stand, dude, they annihilated the whole area. So, Robin, yes, I believe that they do alter that, and to
well,
actually, how about this? I'm sorry, one last thing, Robin, is that when they tore up that whole place, because Richie was up there and to get a look, to see all these trees like crisscrossing everywhere, whatever. That tree stand is no longer there.
Correct.
It moved somewhere else.
Really?
Basically, what I was going to say, because that tree stand was buried with breaks and all kinds of trees, and I have it well covered. We do on the YouTube Live, walking up to it and seeing trees that weren't behind it, smashed down behind it, up against that tree. Some of them were actually against that tree stand, and that tree stand is gone. He gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, yep, that's pretty cool. Good point, Robin. Thank you so much, everybody, for contributing.
So, D-Hoop, this is another picture I've taken
of the light in the woods.
Of the light, December 7th. So what's that? 9 days ago. And I noticed I have like 8 pictures, but I decided to pick this one. But I want you to get a good look at this one.
Yep, it's got. For me, it's like a wall. It's like a walnut head.
Yeah.
You see the walnut lines?
Oh yeah. Yep.
You see it?
Yep.
Right above the light, there's like a walnut head, and if you follow the walnut lines, you'll see other features. Like on the right side, for me, where that triangle is, where the light on the triangle on the right top side, you follow that. For me, if you follow that straight out, I see like a ridge line and like almost like a reptilian type angled side eye. For me, that's what I see. It's on both sides. You just can't see the other side because we're not over there.
Yeah. I was looking for it, and that whenever I was looking for it, like they both like it lined up.
It's wild. But we got something
more
wild. I think Kurt's breaking up a little.
Wow.
Oh, there he is. Nope, he's gone. You there, Kurt?
Yep.
Radio check, Kurt.
Okay.
Audio and visual.
Yeah, it said reconnecting, but it went away.
Audio and visual.
Probably the metal plate in his head that's like interfering.
Probably it's probably all the oils he used to walk on the beach.
Probably.
Now check this one. This picture here will blow your mind, and then we have one more video before we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where am I? I want to actually make that a little smaller. Maybe a lot smaller. Anybody soak that up? Yeah, you can't make it bigger like that.
But to the lower, like right hand side is like another like orb,
right?
Which I think could be from a distance, could be another one.
Where's the size of this?
Because I know D-Hoot's asking, is the light on the upper left on top another light in the distance?
Okay, a lot to uncover. We're not going to be able to cover it all in one show. This is going to be a continued thing. This is a picture that I want to kind of play with a little bit, so to speak. For me, the first thing I noticed at the very top diagonal left of it was almost like two eyes, nose socket, and almost like a conical type in the middle. It almost looked like those skulls they had in the Smithsonian that mysteriously disappeared. That's what I see top left in the black. What's up, Tubin? Thank you,
Hey,
man.
Tubin,
Appreciate
thank you for
that.
being on here, buddy.
He says, you guys are awesome. Wait, what? Benno. I'm back. I had to get an MRI scan of my back. Amazing pictures. Are you talking about the MRI scan or are you talking about these pictures? Which
What
pictures
did it look like this?
Yeah, does your back look like this?
Yeah.
I'm no doctor, but
Benno's getting probed.
nice.
No,
Yeah, I can't get the size difference like that. Maybe if I go like this, it'll give me that. Yeah, it gives me the option here. So yeah, you can zoom in. I'd say right about there. You can, yeah, that's probably as big as you can get on the top left diagonal. And there's a few little eyes and noses and weird little things going on in this picture. Now, again, if you're not in our lives, you're missing out because Elder actually brought up a lot of these.
Yep.
She brought up a lot of these. And I couldn't see them until we got in the studio. The phones just sometimes don't do it justice. You get on a little bit bigger of a screen. You know, you can look at it a little bit. But this is one I'd like to kind of mess with the light a little bit to see what we can see behind it. It just looks like a whole lot of things coming out of this light. Like it's like, I think like Susan said, like a portal. Like it's just all, it's crazy, man. This picture is nuts. It's nuts. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see. Do you believe Bigfoots are protectors of the forest or just their territory? Well, I would say that obviously I believe they are protectors of the forest, but they do have, I mean, they do have their own home. If you're saying to protect their territory, just their territory, then yeah, they'll try to scare everybody off. But I don't believe that that's what they're doing. I believe that they're observant, and I think that, again, where me and Richie were first in that pep, we've been doing this for like almost 2 years now. And again, that there have been times where we've been kind of spooked, but then in time that, we just weren't afraid. Like we believe that they're out there. We believe that they are protector of Mother Earth, and that and we are building this relationship with them. Yep. What do you think, Rich?
No, I agree 100%. It's what everybody told me, years ago that would happen if I continued along the path that I did with the respectful research, not running in there guns a-blazing, looking for a body. I got to convince science because I'm going to be a millionaire when I get a dead Bigfoot, all that type of thinking, which I never had. Thank God. It was very natural for me to be kind and try to reach out. Yeah, I think it's all about peace, and you get given these gifts as you go. You get subtleties that they test you with to see if that you're the one, if you're, if they can trust you. They do all kinds of things. They try the infrasound. They try all these different things to see what your reaction is. I truly believe that. They check on our animals. They just laugh.
I do have a follow-up what you said, Rich, but Kurt. All right, so Richie brought up a point about bodies. Okay, how come we don't find any bones or their bodies or whatever? What is your thought on that? And I get a follow up on that.
Bodies and bones. I feel like either their family members may take them with them. They might bury them. If for all we know, they could just more rapidly decay than human bones. Because I heard that even bones in pine needles will decay faster than when they're not in pine needles. So you honestly, you don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know where the bodies go. I have no idea. In the bones, I don't know.
Well, my point asking you is that I had a friend of mine that, he's busting my chops about, Bigfoot, and he asked about how come we can't, find their bodies and whatever. And I was just like, well, how about this? I mean, like Amelia Earhart. Has anybody found her plane yet?
Right.
Nope. She's been missing since 1941. All right. And all the technology that we have now, how come we haven't found that body? Because it's probably in the middle of the ocean where we probably only uncovered like 2% of it. Okay. DB Cooper, who hijacked a 727, so
people think of the globe and they think that there's land the whole way around. But if you look at the backside of the earth, it's all blue. It's all blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but again, in the woods, how many people are going to go out there in the woods to go find, bodies or anything? And I believe that their own kind would obviously bury their dead like we do,
Yep.
except for we put up headstones. I don't think they're going to they could probably have a stone on top, but we're not going to know it. So,
Yep.
Well, that too. And look at the size of all these woods and stuff. There's a lot of woods that you can tell, like if a clear cutting section went in, you can tell like if there's taller, bigger trees behind it, most likely people haven't even gone back there. There's a lot of earth on this round that people haven't gone into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good point, Benno. All right, we have one more video, and then we're going to be wrapping up things.
One more video? Is that what we're calling it? This one's going to blow your friggin' brains right out. That's what you meant to say.
Well, I saved it for you, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Because that's exactly what you said. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Check this out, guys. It's phenomenal. Oh, by the way, put your headsets on and listen.
I'm going to edge it up a little. I think a sound is there. Okay.
This is from yesterday.
So he's like throwing things at it.
Oh, I didn't loop it. Damn rookie. Hang on. Sorry. I thought I hit the loop. I didn't.
Right there.
So he's like throwing things at it. So he's like throwing things at it.
Can you guys hear like the whatever's being thrown landing?
That's him zooming in a little bit. He didn't approach us that. He was moving a little bit, but he wasn't moving that quickly. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
This to me is what they talk about. This is what I feel. Watch how these eyes move together at these lights, I guess, at the same time. Watch. It reminds me of the game camera video we have of the two white dots doing the same thing together at the same time. I'll watch them move at the same time.
He's like throwing things at it.
It's together. It's not little. There it goes. It goes just like that camera, just like the game camera.
Yeah.
It's almost exact.
And when I was zooming in, because that just appeared, and so I started zooming in, and what's amazing is that when I started zooming in, that's when things are being thrown at us.
Yep.
And something was walking to the right of us, and something was throwing something behind us. So you had something thrown to my left, Richie was to my right. You can hear walking, and then something behind us.
Yep.
Thank you, John. Thank you for being on here,
you can hear stuff. You can hear stuff falling all around you. like
But it's
just
but
rolling
it's
on the
not
ground.
falling. It's not falling. That's the key.
Well,
is
not
that they were-
falling, but yeah, not falling, but
Wait, no, because at first that's what I thought. But I'm like, there's no wind. Why? We were out in the woods for how long? Nothing was falling around us. All of a sudden, things are falling around us. It's even colder, and things are just staying where they are. They're frozen. And then we heard that significant, you know what I mean? That little ticking coming through the trees.
Yep. And this was yesterday, guys. This is like yesterday's investigation out in the freezing cold.
Oh, my toes.
Boots on the ground, losing our toes. And this is what we got.
It was brutal. Yeah, it doesn't let me go in. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know why it's doing that. The other way it let me do it. This way it's not. But yeah, this to me is amazing footage of what they talk about, the separated type self-illuminating eyes. The distance between the eyes stay the same. The movement when the eyes move stay the same. Nothing's like, there's no orb effect. There's no orb effect or
Thank God that it moved, because that's the way you can pick it up. They move exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was like a other set of what we were seeing to the right of the picture, and then the white. If you remember, Rich, the fluorescent like white was to the left of this. So, hey, Alpha Joe, great to see you here, buddy. Thank you for being on here.
Alpha Joe. He goes, I'm here, Rich. Okay, thank God. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. Unfortunately, we're towards the end, and you get to watch the replay, but some of this footage and some of this evidence that Wojo threw on his first show was pretty epic as far as I'm concerned. These things right here absolutely blew my mind.
So,
yeah, that even
I would say
goes
like,
to,
okay.
I was just gonna say where do they even come from? Like literally out of nowhere, like just nowhere. Then there they are.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, it was still light out at the time, and we could see it from a distance. But man, they moved up quick when it got darker.
Yep.
They definitely moved. Like you could tell they were moving in different spots of where we were, and it was getting like brighter. That was wild. But for D-Hoot and Sam, have you noticed like how these eyes are so symmetrical and just the way it moves? Do you remember the game camera that we had, and we posted that on the show a while back?
Yep.
This is what it looks like right here.
Yeah, those ones were little white dots. Now, if you can imagine it being affected by an IR light that it's looking at, that's what it would do. That's what it would do. And that's what I said. Are we looking at something like they talk about cloaking and all that? Because that's all you could see is those two white dots kind of moving like this one's moving. Imagine that getting hit with an IR light right now from a game camera. Would it change the color of it? Would it just dial in on a smaller dot of light because it is an IR camera? It's absolutely.
Oh, it's cool. What's cool, Rich? So Kurt, like we were standing, like again, Richie's in a different angle to my right. There are some big trees, and at one point Richie walked behind me because I didn't move from. I'm looking at the big tree, but appears on the left side was the white, into the to the left, and to the right was this, and then they got closer and closer. So, like I said, it's can't explain, but it's off. It's cool because we also had a tree knock down to the right hand side of Rich, and then it got dark, and that's when everything started like really
ramping up as usual.
And that's when everything started woodworks.
Yeah, and I'm thinking Wojo, maybe for Saturday's show again with Denny, we bring out that camera one. We'll find that one on the game camera. I have it saved somewhere on my phone, and we'll kind of put them almost. Yeah, we'll go back and forth, and we'll check them out and analyze a little bit more together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. But awesome. That's cool stuff. And thank you, most of you that are on our lives. Hey, this is what we do. This is research. And it's kind of cool that to get that. I didn't expect that on my video. I forgot all about that. But I was like blown away. I'm like, oh my God, I got to clip this for Rich. Rich could be like, what the heck is that? Well, thank you, Kurt, for being. Oh, Ben Tubing, you did have a question. Why do they call me Wojo? Real quick, when I was playing football, they couldn't pronounce my last name, my coach. And he talks like Wolfman Jack. Come on, Wojo. You know, you kept calling me, come on, Steve. Whatever your name is, Wally even Kababowitz. He goes, from now on, you are Wojo to me. I'm like, okay. And then
here we are.
I don't know. I think I was about 10 years old, and it just stuck with me ever since.
Yep. No, great show tonight. Lots of plausible activity, lots of great evidence to go over, man. Great picks, Wojo. Great job out of you, my friend.
Yes.
Thank you for having me as your co-host and
absolutely great job.
Beautiful woman that you had on as a guest. I can smell the oils from here.
I know. I can smell it. I can see some feathers from the pillow fighting, but you know.
Yeah. Still kind of
Kurt, I like to really say thank you for being on here, and it's great to put a face for everybody. Love your critical thinking, and I thought of you, and I'm glad that you had a really good time, and and it's fun to research, all of us researching together. It's great to have you on here and give us your side of of your thoughts that we're not able to squeeze it all in on a Saturday, but this is why we have Tuesday night now, and this is why we're here to answer more questions for you all.
That's it. The discussion's only going to get bigger now. Now we don't need to squeeze it all in one day. We can have a long drawn out now.
Thank you, Alpha. Thank you for that. No doubt, man. And we're going to be getting out again this week. So yeah, Kurt does rock. Kurt is I don't know, he's one of my favorite critical thinkers. That's all I'm going to say about that. I love having conversation with him, and a lot of time everybody else is asleep and we're night people, so we're over here down some stupid ass rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Right, dude? I'm over here my thumb's like, go to sleep, dude. I like carpal tunnel kicking in.
I wait for it. I figure you're just going to throw something in the messenger and I'll pick it up and I'll be like, oh shit, what the hell did he send? I got to look it up now.
Yeah. I will say this, Kurt, because so Richie handed me the phone. This is like a while back, and then dude, you were coming back one question after another, but you're also thinking too about the tree structures, and it struck me of the way you think and everything, and I'm like, you know what, to start off my inaugural show, I'm like, I have to have Kurt W to be on here now, and I just love you're a good dude, love your thinking. And really thankful for you to be on here.
Absolutely. Good job, Kurt.
No, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So if you want to stick around, Kurt, a quick chat after, and we'll wrap it all up. All right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
We'll let him
I just want to thank you all for being on here. I really appreciate the love and support, and obviously my co-host, Richie B, for doing such a great job. Great flow, great job on the great producer.
Yeah, producing over here.
Really appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, no, great job, man. Great job by everybody. Great job by the.
By the way, don't forget, Christmas is coming up, so we also have some sales on the merch. So remember, go on banterwithrichieb.com and buy the merch.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, what are you wearing, Kurt?
Yeah, what you got on, Kurt?
Oh, he's looking at his pants. Oh, the shirt. Yes.
Yeah. You better not have pants on.
Pants. Nope, I got my Banter hoodie on right now.
Yes,
Thank God, it's freezing here.
That's our mod right there. That's our mod right there on our live events. And again, if I may jump in, Mr. Host, if you are missing our live events, you are missing this footage live while it's happening. And then you get to see the follow-up. So you get the whole picture, man. So make sure you go over to Bigfoot Banter with Richie B on YouTube. Don't just hit like and subscribe. You got to hit that notify button. So when you know when we're going in the woods. You don't want to miss it. It's absolutely wild, man. It encases everything and makes it really, really valid. You know what I mean? You feel it. Feel it. You're part of it, right? You're part of it. That's what the key is, right?
Thank you, Sam, for putting up the merch website, the link. Ben Tubin, it's right here. So yeah, check out some cool stuff for Christmas and whatever. And hey, guys, don't forget, tell your brothers, sisters. I don't care if it's like your dog groomer. Get the word out. Okay, we're not gatekeepers. We're just here. We're providing the evidence, raw and uncut. And not only that, we go out like it. What was it like about 15 degrees out last night? So hey, this is how we do work for a couple old guys. So
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you got kudos for that, it was cool.
It took us a long time to thaw out. So again, like and subscribe to my channel. We also have tomorrow night. We have Amanda Lombardo of the Phantom Navigator at 8 p.m. So her show is going to be about poltergeists. So, and she's from Japan. So check out Amanda's podcast tomorrow and show us some love. We really appreciate that. Again, I'd like to thank Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal for her digital stuff of the videos, and you can watch her on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Sam's Pretty Paranormal. So again, you can always message me on Facebook or message Richie on Facebook. For some of you that don't have Facebook, you can always email me at wojo205@gmail.com. And if you want to, maybe be part of the show, feel free. If you want to have discussions, if you're doing some researching, what have you. So again, like and subscribe to our podcast on the Banter with Richie B Network. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Talkround TV, HLO Media, Media Squatch, and TikTok. So remember, don't be lazy and serve the Lord enthusiastically. All right. So get out there, be good to others. Don't sit on the couch. Go do something. Go, show some love because that's what this world needs. Okay. Richie, thank you for being on here. And
thank you. Are we still home of the?
Oh, well, yeah. I don't know if you wanted to do your.
I want to hear it. Let's go. That's what we're here for. Let's go.
All right. So thank you guys for being on here because remember, we're still home of the boom. Thank you very much.
And I want to tell everybody, first of all, I love you, baby Jack. I love you, mama. Everybody, you got to keep on climbing, baby. Keep climbing. Catch us on our live events. Kurt, great to hang with you, brother. Yeah, amazing.
Great to see you guys, too. Thank you, guys.
Outstanding job. Make sure you catch Phantom Navigator tomorrow night, 8 to 9 p.m. And Friday night, you got to catch Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal Podcast at 9 p.m. Check us out. And then Saturday, we have our guest on my show. Denny O will be on the Banter with Richie B podcast, and we will tell you the divine way that our children brought us together from heaven. Beautiful Christmas story. And we will review some Bigfoot evidence as well. So thank you all for being on here. Wojo, if I may, let's get out of here, huh?